The alien queen thought her daughter died in the war, but now she returned with a human. The war left nothing untouched. Planets burned, alliances crumbled, and entire civilizations vanished into the black void of space. Among the ruins stood the once mighty Queen Aelari of the Zevrai Dominion, her empire reduced to a shattered throne orbiting the cold star of Ural Prime. For a decade, she mourned. Her daughter, the only heir to the Zevrai bloodline, was lost in the Battle of Crithen Vale, her vessel among the hundreds incinerated by the Terran fleet's orbital barrage. No remains were ever found. No signals. Only silence. The queen had long accepted that her daughter was gone, until the gates of the Citadel flared open one stormlit evening, and a guard stumbled into the throne room, breathless. "Your Majesty," he said, voice trembling. "There is someone here." She says, "She is your daughter." Aelari rose from her obsidian throne, her expression unreadable. "Bring her," she commanded. The doors parted. The chamber fell silent. A figure stepped through, soaked from the rain outside. Her skin shimmered with the blue-violet hue of the Zevrai royal bloodline. Her eyes, one silver, one deep crimson, were unmistakable. Only one other had ever possessed that gaze. "Mother," the girl whispered. Aelari's knees gave out. Her daughter, Serenia, was alive, but she was not alone. Beside her stood a human, tall, armored, silent. His hand rested near a weapon, but his stance was protective, not hostile. His eyes scanned the throne room not like a soldier, but like someone ready to die for the woman beside him. The queen stood slowly, regaining her composure. "You are not Serenia," she said, voice cold, trembling. "This is a trick." Serenia stepped forward, removing her cloak. Beneath it, a silver pendant gleamed, the sigil of House Vale, given to her at birth. "I survived," she said. "I was taken by a Terran vessel. I escaped. I hid, and I found him." She glanced at the human. "This is Eli. He saved me. He helped me become more than just a relic of war." The queen stared, her expression caught between hope and fury. "You ally with a human?" she asked, voice sharp. "Our enemies?" Serenia looked away. "Eli isn't like them. He wasn't part of the fleet. He's not military. He found me, broken, poisoned from a psychic wound. He healed me, taught me to walk again, to laugh again." Eli stepped forward, bowing with rigid caution. "Your Majesty," he said, "I know what your people think of mine, and most of them are right. But I didn't fight in your war. I had no part in her suffering. I only helped the woman I found in the rubble." Aelari descended the throne stairs. "You wear our sigil. You claim her blood. But what proof do I have you are who you say you are?" Serenia's face hardened. "Ask me anything. The lullaby you sang to me before my trials. The day father died. The scar behind my ear from falling in the gardens. I remember it all." Aelari paused. A breath. Then another. She touched her daughter's cheek and wept. Later, in the private sanctum of the throne tower, mother and daughter sat across from one another, candles flickering between them. "I buried you in my heart," the queen whispered. "Every day I sat in this chamber and spoke your name, hoping some echo of your soul would answer." Serenia reached across the table, her hand brushing her mother's. "I never stopped hearing you," she said. "Even in the void, even when I thought I might die alone, I heard you calling." Aelari smiled faintly, her tears glimmering like stardust. "But why return now?" Serenia glanced at the doorway, where Eli stood silently. "Because I want to unite our peoples. I want to end what the war began. And I want your blessing." Aelari blinked. "For what?" Serenia stood and walked to Eli, intertwining her fingers with his. "For us," she said. The queen stood, stunned. A union between a Zevrai princess and a human would be condemned on both sides, she said slowly. You would be cast out, hunted, despised. Serenia nodded. Then let them hate. We've lived through hatred already. This is about peace, about healing, about love. Aelari turned to Eli. And you, she asked, would you truly tie your life to hers, even knowing what awaits? Eli stepped forward. I already have, he said. The queen's gaze narrowed. And if I deny this union? Eli looked to Serenia. Then we go, together, with or without crowns. We didn't come for power. We came for a future. The queen was silent for a long time. Then she walked to a cabinet embedded in the wall, retrieving a circlet of woven crystal and memory steel. This belonged to my grandmother, she said. She wore it at her own forbidden wedding, long before our people were bound by tradition. She handed it to Serenia. You may have been lost to me once, she said, but I will not lose you again. The ceremony took place 3 nights later, beneath the twin moons of Ural. No courtiers, no nobles, just the queen, her daughter, and the human who had crossed stars to bring her back. Serenia's voice trembled as she recited the vows in both languages, Zevrai and Terran. Eli followed her words, his accent rough but sincere. When the ceremony ended, Aelari placed her hands on both their shoulders. You are more than war, she said, more than bloodlines. You are hope. The moons pulsed above them like slow, eternal heartbeats. And for the first time in a generation, the stars above Zevrai did not mourn. They celebrated.